Ecclesiastes 12, verse 12 says, "And further, my son, be admonished by these, of making many books there is no end, and much study is wearisome to the flesh." Now, this verse reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom can be valuable, but it can become overwhelming if we lose our perspective. The author of Ecclesiastes is understood to be Solomon. He reflects on our human tendency to endlessly seek knowledge. In ancient times, there was a growing number of writings, philosophies, opinions, and a temptation to pursue endless learning. Just like today, Solomon observed that dedicating oneself entirely to pursuing knowledge leads to exhaustion and weariness. The message here is not to discourage us from learning, but to caution us about how we approach it. Learning and study are essential, especially when we focus on God's Word. God's Word guides us towards truth and purpose. However, the verse reminds us to be mindful of our limits. If we constantly pursue knowledge without rest or a balanced purpose, we may end up weary and spiritually depleted. Ecclesiastes teaches that wisdom is ultimately found in honoring God. Instead of seeking endless answers from the world, we're called to prioritize God's truth. The fear of the Lord, Solomon says in other parts of this book, is the beginning of wisdom. It's not in the countless number of books we read or the continuous study of topics that we read. That is not where we find peace and purpose. Rather, it's in a relationship with God, who gives us the wisdom that satisfies our soul. In our modern world, where information is available, it can be easily overwhelming. This reminds us to focus our study and knowledge gathering on what truly matters. Again, while learning is good, we're encouraged to balance it with time for reflection, rest, and faith. In the end, the wisdom that leads us to God is what brings lasting peace and understanding.